Welcome to JK Games, the gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode
or you like a good challenge,
this is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge.
Woo! They said we both sound great. Success in the chat. Hi, everyone.
Beautiful. I just realized when I say knowledge, is it knowledge? That's not the right word.
Knowledge.
But why do I... Why, knowledge. I don't know why I have that extra ja in there.
I love
whatever.
It. That's fine.
Well, we have a jam-packed episode for you all today because, man oh man, has this been a very busy February, Kayla.
Yeah, there's been a lot of exciting things this month that we are so excited to talk about. Jerica, if you're watching us live, is showing off her fan merch.
Yeah,
I was looking for a
queen.
Clever word, you know.
This is Sabathoon's symbol. Okay?
Sabathoon!
The Witch Queen, which I still don't know much about her. Playing a lot of Destiny. Witch Queen. We got the worm out.
The worm is out.
I'm still unclear about what's happening.
Yeah.
But I cannot wait to tell you, Kayla, about my Destiny 2 experience so far with the Witch Queen.
I can't wait either. Yeah. So if you're new here, my name is Kayla, and I am one of your hosts this evening.
And also this evening, I'm Jerica, your other host, and us two, I don't know why I'm pointing to someone else, but this lady, there we go, this lady right here, we're going to talk about games, her and I, me and her. We're going to try to. And what's weird is I haven't even been drinking. I think I'm game drunk.
I've been
playing so many games,
but it's okay.
I haven't talked. Okay, great, Kayla, you have an excuse.
I'm drinking some water now. This is water.
Really haven't been talking about anything other than games and playing games. So I just realized this is like my first human-to-human like real interaction in a few days.
You've been talking to Audrey, I'm sure, through
but we're sort of
game
we're really
chat.
not talking. We're not talking too much either. It's just like, when can we get back on Destiny?
You're both in Destiny mode.
Oh, the chat's going off. What we got going on?
Yeah, okay, so hello, Katronica and oh hey, Jabu. We've got, they said we both sound great, which is awesome. They said, asterisk air horn spam, which I love that. Biggest week in gaming, yours. And then LOL, and here I am just waiting for Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. That comes out. When does it come out?
I don't know when it comes out. But it looks good. I've seen the trailer and I really want to play it. I love the Lego games, and that one looks one I want to dive into.
Also, there, Audrey hype in the chat. Audrey reveal, please.
She's playing Destiny right behind me.
And they said, definitely implying Audrey isn't human.
Yeah, she's not.
That's so funny. Yep, she's she's Sabathoon.
Like, literally, she's playing, but you cannot see a head in the chair. Like, what is that?
She looks like an invisible person. Yeah, AI.
There's nobody there.
You just wait. You like invented a computer to play with you, and that's what Audrey is.
Yes, and be my girlfriend. So do what you got to do.
Computer girlfriend.
Not ashamed of it.
Skywalker Saga is releasing April 5th, so it's gotten pushed back a little bit. So today, Jerica was talking about it a little bit already, obviously, but today's going to be kind of a more chill episode. We're going to talk about our first impressions of a couple different games. There's a tiny bit of news we have to cover, but mostly it's going to be first impressions of Horizon. I almost said Verizon. Verizon Forbidden West. Verizon. I said that on purpose, just saying. Horizon Forbidden West and Destiny 2. Is it an expansion or DLC? Technically...
It's technically both. It's both.
Destiny 2,
I call them expansions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's downloadable content, so I guess it's both.
That. And this is our 112th episode, which is crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? So really quick before we dive in, normally we lay our episodes out in easy mode, which is where we talk about what we've been playing. But since that's kind of our expert mode today, that's just going to be our expert mode. So normally that's easy mode, and we have our normal mode, which is our news. We have one article to look at today, which is kind of exciting. And then our expert mode is like our main topic, which today is what we've been playing lately. So But first we'll hop into real quick, get some housekeeping out of the way, our loadout. Doop doop.
Oh.
Doop doop. Cute. You're all tangled up over there. What you doing?
I'm hooked up into the Matrix with my robot girlfriend.
Otto in the back. Oh
yeah, the dog's real. I think
allegedly.
The dog's real.
So our Instagram and our Twitter is at JK Games Podcast. You can always see when we're going live over there. We haven't been able to stick to like a super strict schedule. That's just we're never going to have like a super strict schedule, but we try to make our go live dates towards the end of the week. Normally, I'm going on vacation at the end of this week, so we couldn't do it on like a Friday or a Saturday. Normally it'll be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday when we go live. Right, Jerica? That's kind of how it has been. And then our actual episodes on our podcast platforms are typically going to be on Mondays. And also I've been trying to be better about getting our YouTube up as soon as right after we do our live episodes. So if you miss like part of the live episode or you miss the whole live episode and you want to watch us like physically on the screen, YouTube is the way to go for that. And that's just JK Games Podcast if you search it, or the link is always in our bio on our Instagram. And our Instagram and Twitter, like I said, is at JK Games Podcast. And our Twitch, if you're not watching us live, if you are, hello. It's just also JK Games Podcast. That's everything is that. If you ever need to search us for any reason, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, it's all JK Games Podcast. Thank you, Jerica, for making that happen. Shout out to you.
Also, shout out. I was gonna say, well, thank you, Kayla, for like uploading the YouTube video and being like, Jerica, it's not in the cloud yet. Can you put it in there? I'm like, I did. I uploaded it. I guess it timed out.
It's so sometimes, it's just too big of a file. We ramble a lot, okay? Sometimes it can be a big file. But of course, you can always email us if you have any questions or episode suggestions. We would love to have episode suggestions from you in the chat if you have anything. Because when there's not like certain things actively like coming out, we like to have your suggestions. Katronica in the chat said Forza Horizon Zero Red Dead Forbidden West.
That's the game I want to play.
So yeah, you can always email us at jkgamespodcast@gmail.com. And of course, don't forget to leave us a review. Or if you're on YouTube, you can leave us a comment on whatever platform you're listening on. Just any of them. It would be great to hear from you. We love to hear from you and hear your feedback. So yeah, that's basically all we got. And since we don't have an easy mode today, you want to just jump right into our normal mode? We only got one article to cover, but it's a fun one.
Let's do it. It's a good one. It was a nice little surprise.
Yeah.
This continues to be a little bit of a crumb here and there. Just keeps falling off of this bit of news. I think we finally completed it almost. All we need is one last piece.
Yeah. What's that piece? What did we get?
A release date. Well, the last little crumb we got is the PlayStation VR 2 headset design has been unveiled. Yeah. So we've seen the controllers, and heard maybe it was like a month ago we got some like specs on the VR headset. Mm-hmm. All the teraflops and the 4Ks and 60s frames per second, all of those things. All that is not the right specs. I don't know what any of that means right now.
Please don't listen to that.
But we know what it does, and yesterday, I think it was yesterday or today, we know what the headset looks like.
Yesterday.
Yeah. So
when you're listening, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while. So now we know what the piece looks like that we're going to put on our heads, and I'm really excited about it. I wish I had time to grab a picture.
Oh, it's way too bright. Here. Oh,
I can find... Oh, I got us. Hey,
oh, no.
I did this earlier. I could do this right now. Let me Google PlayStation VR.
It looks nice. I really like the way it looks.
You're going to love the way this looks. What is that? Maybe it's Maybelline. I forget what that is. What's that from?
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Amazing.
Save image. I'm saving the image now to the desktop.
It looks good. I think it's very streamlined. It looks very PlayStation-esque. It matches the PS5, which is cool. Yeah.
Hang on to your britches. I'm about to add the picture in
Hang on to your britches, folks. Get your water.
Get your waters and everything.
Grab your robot girlfriend.
I know I saved this to the desktop. Why is it not on my desktop?
But still no release date. That's very weird.
Well, they just want it to like I said, I'm sorry, I cannot think while I'm trying to like grab pictures from the internet. What I was saying, they keep giving us little. Got the image in here and it's huge. Let's make this a little smaller.
Huge.
It's huge. They haven't given us all the details all at once, which is interesting. Maybe they're just,
they're baiting us.
Here, I'm just gonna put it in between both of us here. Yeah. So you can see me and half of your face, Kayla.
That's fine.
The PlayStation VR headset is here in front of us.
Yes.
It looks very comfortable, which is one of the things I loved about the original PlayStation VR. It's probably the most comfortable VR headset I've ever put on my head. And I would only assume the VR2 would be just as comfortable, if anything, better. It does look like there's less headset, which means it's going to be lighter. I only have this picture, so I can't really see around the whole thing. But, yeah, it looks simple. Not as many dingle-dangles coming from the
dingle-dangles? Looks like there's only one cord, which is cool.
Yes, there is only one cable that connects to the PlayStation, which is exciting. Less to trip on. I know a lot of people were hoping that it was going to be wireless, which I also did too. But the specs, I don't know them off the top of my head, but they were impressive.
Yeah.
So given the specs, it would be very hard for this headset to be completely wireless. So one small wire, not complaining about it. But anyways, I love how it looks. I can't wait to put it on my head.
Katronica said, "Oh no, you've allowed it to come between you two." Yes, it is come between us.
Yeah, there it is. It's right there. So, but yeah, what do you think about Kayla? Have you ever put on a PlayStation VR?
Not a PlayStation VR. The only VR I have personally used is the Oculus. And I enjoyed it. Oculus has a lot of wires, if I remember correctly. I think. Right?
Most of the heavy-duty PC ones, they do have a heavy cable.
Yeah. So I would be interested to try it. I would like to try it before I purchase it, but I would like to own VR. I think that would be really fun.
If you ever want to borrow it for the weekend, I do have the PlayStation VR still.
Okay. Does it look similar to this?
Yes, it does. It actually does.
Okay.
But it is not as large. It is really exciting how of a smaller
like more streamlined, yeah.
Yeah, that it has.
Okay.
So, it is super comfortable. That's one thing I love about the VR. The PlayStation
That's always
VR.
Good. Okay, cool. Well, that's really all the news we had. I didn't really see anything else. Nothing big. I know Elden Ring's coming out soon, right?
Oh, we can say this, that Elden Ring, I think, is still standing at a 98 or a 97 on Metacritic. So It does seem that the Elden Ring game that everyone is excited for is a masterpiece.
Jerica, are you going to get it?
I'm eventually going to. I just cannot right now.
Yeah.
I know I got into Demon's Souls recently, and I'm okay with the fact that I will never beat that game, but I actually had a good time playing it. I like the challenge of it, and, just dying over and over. I guess you die a lot.
Yeah. I have seen a couple of complaints that, especially for, accessibility reasons, it's a little concerning that there's no, editing the mode. There's no, decreased difficulties. And I have seen that there are not a lot of accessibility options, which is kind of sad. But
it is.
But I feel like I haven't played it, so I don't know. If you have played it in the chat, let us know. Or you haven't no, it hasn't come out yet. Never mind.
It hasn't come out yet.
There was a demo, wasn't there?
There was a demo, and of course, if you've ever played any other From Software games, so I think there was an actual story in the news about Sekiro, which was their previous game. There was a conversation about lowering the difficulty, and those games are known for being a challenge. Should there be a mode that you can go in and adjust? And I honestly think there should be. I know that would make a lot of gamers mad, but I think about games like Celeste, which I know I can never beat on standard, with the current layout. But they have settings that you can go in there and tweak. based on how you want to play, and it helps if it makes you have more fun with it. That's what it's all about. That's how I feel. But obviously, my opinion isn't for the grand majority or whatever. Yeah. It's just, what I wish there was different modes in there. But
yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like I'm more likely to get like invested in a game when there's the possibility, like if I get frustrated, if I could just drop it down for a minute or something like that. Like
I think about Jedi Fallen Order.
Yes, which Katronica actually mentioned that in the chat.
Okay.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, and so I agree. That I feel like that and Last of Us Part 2 did that too, where you could switch in the middle of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I like that option because I am known to rage quit when I get mad at, like, if it's really hard. And that may sound like non-gamer-ish of me, but like honestly, like, you just gotta be realistic. If you're like, I have so many games I want to play. If I'm stuck on a game and I can't get past something, like, that makes me a little like, I don't know.
It does turn you off a little bit. And also, like, if you spend $60 on an experience that other $60 experiences have, it sort of feels like, man, come on, give it to us.
Yeah.
Give us the option.
And I want there to be like something I'm working towards. Like, I don't want it to be like a handout. Like, unless like it's specifically like a story driven, like purposeful. Like, it's just you're walking through a story. Like, that's the experience you get. That's different. Yeah, so Katronica mentioned Fallen Order lets you change the difficulty, which I appreciated. Yeah, especially in like some moments specifically, when you're trying at something and you can't get past it and you want to bump it back down. Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm gonna pick it up at some point. Like, I'm hoping it goes on sale at some point. That'll probably be when I'll get it, just because like it's one of those games. Like I said, I'm sure it's gonna be really fun to play, but I know I will never beat it.
Yeah.
Apparently it took like someone 80 hours or so.
Holy shit.
To get through a good bit of that game. So
wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of gaming that I just think about the last time I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla and how long that took. And that's, I don't know, right now I cannot play that game.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of, let's go ahead and just get into our expert mode. You think, Jerica? Are you ready? Do you want to talk about Witch Queen first, or do you want to talk about...
I don't care. What do you think?
I don't know.
What do you want to do first?
Here's our expert mode, our games.
As we're not even prepared about which one we're going to talk about first.
It's a hard decision, but I don't know.
Let's kick it off with Horizon, because that came out first this week, or last week.
Yeah.
So, and I'd love to hear your first impressions with Horizon Forbidden West, Kayla.
Yeah, me and Jerica haven't talked yet about what we've experienced. Besides, like, I've had the occasional comment. Yes?
Say one thing. We will not be talking about any story spoilers.
Correct.
Because me and Kayla are also not in the same place. And also listeners, viewers, if you are going to play Horizon, we don't want to spoil you. We're just going to talk about our first impressions of how it plays.
Yeah.
What we think about it. Compare it to the first entry.
Yes.
That's what we'll be discussing today.
Yeah, so don't worry. If for some reason I think we're even veering into spoiler territory, I'll make sure to say it first, but I don't think we will be in this episode. Okay, so I made some notes. Let me get there. And just to like, full disclosure, I've only played about 5 hours of this. How many hours do you feel like you've put in, Jerica?
Probably about 10.
About 10 hours. Okay. Gotcha. I haven't played. I really wanted to put some more in before I got on here, but I do feel like I have a good I made it through like the first mission. I'm a little ways into the second mission. I looked it up and it says it's about 30 hours potentially.
Yeah. It's about 30 to 40 for like the main quest things. But we'll get into this in a little bit, but I have been enjoying the side quest a whole lot. So
yeah,
I'm probably going to be up there in the 40 hours plus with this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think I've really gotten into the story enough to where I have the side quest really options yet. But I feel like I'm going to do them too because of how much I'm enjoying this. So first off the bat, I played Horizon Zero Dawn. I actually did not finish Horizon Zero Dawn. I got pretty close to the end and it got really difficult for me. And I did the thing that I do sometimes where I just put it down and don't pick it back up. So I was nervous going into this that I would be a little bit lost. But one thing that I love is that it gives you a recap It actually gives you a pretty good, like, concise recap. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. Like, I remember these moments. And it wrapped it up for me in a way, like, I was almost done, but it let me know, like, exactly where everything left off, which I thought was awesome. Did you like that, Jerica?
I did. I was like, oh, this is, because prior to hopping into it, I even watched like a couple of videos. I'm like, I actually remember a good chunk from this game, but there's some specific things near the end that maybe I was a little hazy on. So I watched a few YouTube videos and like recapping it. And then I started booting up the game and I was like, oh, here's a nice little recap. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was very cinematic also, which I thought was really cool. So first off the bat, the soundtrack is so good. Like, I noticed it right off the bat. Like, I was like, oh, wow, this really, like, I felt like I was watching a movie, like, 100%.
I know.
It really felt like I was watching a movie there. And the cinematics, like, I know a lot of people have been talking about it. It's become almost, like, meme-worthy, how good. Like, because I shared something either on Instagram or Twitter about, like, the difference in graphics of, like, even just, like, 10 years ago versus where we are now. Absolutely insane. Like, the detail. And even just, like, comparing this to the previous game is just, like, it's because I remember when Horizon Zero Dawn came out, and I was like, this is the most beautiful game I've ever played. Yeah, and it just keeps getting better. And now booting this up, I'm like, oh my god, things just keep getting better. It's insane. Like, I just imagine what the next Horizon game is going to look like, you know? It's wild. Yeah, it is. What a great time to be a gamer. It's absolutely beautiful. The only thing, and I don't know. Okay. I have one slight complaint that I don't know if it's just like them almost overdoing it. I don't know what it is. But do you feel like her hair moves a lot? Yeah. No, it does. It does. This is Aloy. Like, yeah, it's like. It's like dancing. It doesn't seem very realistic. Like, I will tell you this, like, whoever worked on her, the physics of her hair, they got the physic motion down. It's just like moving with her character is a little, I'm sure it seems a little overdone. It does. The hair is definitely wiggling way too much at times, but I can't help but look at it. It is gorgeous. It looks good. I'm not saying it looks bad. It's just a lot. Like, she'll be sitting still, like, talking to someone, and I'm distracted because it's just like. That's good. I'm going to record this. It's going to be a gift. I want to make that. Let's both do it. Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's perfect. I don't know. But that's the only, I mean, if that's the only complaint I have, like, come on, it's fine. But it's just funny. Okay. So, yeah, I think everything looks fantastic. Like, the faces, it just is perfect. Oh, the eyes, like, there's a scene with the lighting, to me, is really, they almost go over the top with the lighting too much, because you're, like, in a scene, watching a cinematic scene between two characters, and you're like, someone has a spotlight on them, right? Or is it just the sun? Like, it almost looks too good. Yeah, like they got a ring light in the game. Like, like outside, I don't know. But regardless, like, it looks, it's insane. Like, the quality, like, and there's a great photo mode in this game too. Yeah. So definitely take a look at it. I do have a bug that's happening with my photo mode, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But if you zoom in to these characters, Kayla, and just like see the hair, see the skin, it's like, it's insane. Yeah. Like, the level of detail, like, on the clothes and stuff is just like, you could put a microscope under that and, like, see everything. Here's the only complaint I have, and I don't know if this has to do with your bug that you're talking about, but I can't. Photo mode isn't super customizable when you're in a cutscene. It's not. Is that normal? Not in cutscenes. That is normal. Okay. Yeah, in cutscenes, you're not able to free roam with your camera. Yeah, which is understandable. The bug I'm experiencing is actually because you can go in and, like, change her poses. Yeah. And not everyone's experiencing it, but, like, her clothes look like there's a blurred effect only when you pose her, and it's like it's just blurred. Like, there's, like, she's moving, so it looks really weird. And she has a lot of funny poses, and I can't use any of them. What's the bug where, like, her eyes roll back in their head? I haven't seen that one. There's some sort of meme where, like, you see, like, her eyes are, like, it's freaky. A couple other, again, like spoiler-free things, unless you like literally just don't even want to know like mechanics of the game. Like that's the only thing I'm going to talk about really. I was really thankful, again, like for the recap in the beginning. I think the cutscenes are so smooth, just like how I felt with Last of Us Part 2, where like you'll be in the middle of gameplay and immediately cut to a cutscene, and it feels like very seamless. So that's something I really appreciate. I like how it feels like it just flows really well. Another thing is the climbing mechanics in this game are so cool. Like the like exploration type things. It really reminds me, like the climbing specifically reminds me of Jedi Fallen Order a lot. Do you get that vibe? Did you play that game?
I did, and I didn't actually. I thought about Uncharted the first time.
Oh, okay.
I thought about Uncharted a lot because I've played through those, and because when you jump into Horizon, like one of the things that I know a lot of people would want would be like a Breath of the Wild thing where she can climb on every cliff, or like with Assassin's Creed that you can climb up anything literally. With Horizon, they do pull back a little bit on that, but I do like what they did with this game where some cliffs are climbable and sometimes you will not even notice it unless you use your focus. And I think you probably have used the focus, the little thing, just doing a quick scan, and if you look up and around, you'll see where you can climb. It's laid out for you, and it's sort of a way for you to be a little curious about what you can climb and what you can't climb. But there's definitely way more to climb in this game.
I also do like that they kind of get your options out of the way in the beginning. Like they ask you if you want like informational like stuff on the screen. Yeah. I hit yes. Did you hit yes? Like you wanted like no. Prompts. You said no. Okay. Mm-mm. Okay. So you're so I'm curious, and again, this is still spoiler free, so don't give me too much, but like does it tell you where you need to go at all?
Oh yeah, you could still like use your map and stuff, but I don't have like stuff like in my face as much, I don't think, because I don't know what it's like on the other side of that choice. I just wanted less on my hood, less on my HUD, not my hood, my HUD.
Yeah. So I hit yes. So far, that's interesting.
And it's not difficult. I'm not having a difficult time trying to get around yet. So
Okay, cool. And this is again like maybe slight kind of spoiler if you're like not wanting to hear about weaponry, but the new weapon sort of that they integrated.
Yeah. I mean you've seen it in some of the trailers.
The pullcaster thing.
The pullcaster is like a grappling hook. Yeah, they get you get that pretty early in the game, and sort of using fine. That. Yeah, it's not. We knew that was we knew that was there. If you watched the trailer, if not, I'm sorry. There's other things you haven't seen. But yeah, I thought that was a nice little. It's a new way for Aloy to get around in the world and also like solve puzzles. So yeah, I like it. So
there was this one. The only thing that's tripped me up a little bit, and I feel like I was just overcomplicating it, was like one like section you have to jump over, and I was like, how do I do this? Like
I know.
And it was just that you just use that, and it's pretty simple to use, and I like it. So yeah, I really like that weaponry option, like switching back and forth. Yeah,
there are lots of things to use in this game. That's one thing I remember about Horizon. The first one was like it was hard just to jump back in to start playing it, because there are so many ways to interact with the world and attack, and this game even adds it to it. But at the same time, and I don't really know how to describe it, but like maybe it's not as overly complicated as it used to, as I felt when I was playing Horizon the first time. There's a lot of options, but you can sort of go through and customize how you want to, what weapons you want to use and how you want to interact. But no, sorry, I didn't mean to derail you there, but
oh, it's okay.
There's a lot going on in Horizon.
There's a lot of like I felt like when I jumped back into it, I was almost like, okay, like what's what? Like I had to refresh myself. Like, okay, where do I press to find this? And like, I feel like another thing we should discuss is like the DualSense controller in this game. The integration.
The sound effects are really cool. I like the sounds coming out of the controller.
Yeah, and like the vibration, like especially with the bow and arrow, I feel like this is probably the most next-gen game I've played on this console. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. I would think it's probably a toss-up right now between Returnal and this, because I feel like Returnal...
Okay, I haven't played that one.
Returnal really uses the DualSense in a really cool way that I haven't seen yet. Not even Horizon yet, but I will say, yeah, they integrate a lot of things into Horizon. I feel like they could do a little bit more. I feel like there is a little bit more they could add with that, but the bow feels really good. I got sort of spoiled by Returnal because every gun feels a little different in that game, and I was like, oh, this is it. Everybody's gonna do this now, and I didn't see a whole lot of that yet in Horizon, unless there's a new weapon that I haven't played around with yet.
Otto.
Yeah, the dog is he likes to roll around and make sounds, so
I love
regardless, it is cool to feel like all the different vibrations. That's one thing. It's just what makes the DualSense really special, is like there's a difference between your character like walking on a wet surface versus like grass and stuff like that. So you notice the difference.
Yeah, I don't really notice it in Horizon with walking. It's more like weaponry. I noticed it. And I didn't play Returnal, so maybe that's like the difference there. It's like, to me, this feels very like whoa.
That's true. Okay, so yeah, if you have it, Returnal's like it's like a level 100 when it comes to the DualSense controllers.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Okay. What else? Hold on, let me see. I think I covered everything. Yeah, that's all the really notes that I had just from where I'm at in the story. Did you have anything else you wanted to add about that?
No, I think we both went back and forth on how we felt.
Yeah.
At the beginning anyways, yeah.
Yeah, and that's just, I definitely want to do a spoiler cast once we get finished. I think that's like necessary for sure. If you guys have played it in the chat and you have any thoughts, make sure you leave them below so we can kind of comment on them. Spoiler free, please, just for anybody that hasn't played it. I think if you played the first one, definitely pick up this one. I think if you enjoyed that, you definitely should pick up this one.
It builds on everything that the first game had, plus some. And I'll say this, like, without being too spoilery, like the story, I went in pretty blind to it, and I didn't know where this was gonna go, and I'm very pleased with where they're taking it. I hope they wrap it up really good. I'll tell you this, back to just sort of like the mechanics of it, I forgot to mention, I did have a tough time a few times jumping around in some of you'll get into some locations that are sort of like super platformy, and you gotta figure out how to go around the room. And man, I don't know if this is me not being great at this game or like I fell a lot. And I feel like Aloy was just struggling to jump on these certain things, and that like it did feel a little bad a couple times when I was trying to jump around on this specific area I was in. It was other areas too, but I was like, this don't feel good. I feel
about jumping backwards, because I feel like that was kind of hard for me.
That's part of it. That's something that I'm having to do too. There's a couple of little mechanics with jumping and getting around to jump places she can grab onto.
Yeah.
It's almost like she doesn't have enough jump sometimes, and like I fall short of where she's supposed to jump. And like I feel like that should be a little bit more little smoother, and it's just not. Like
I agree.
But with practice I'm getting better, so maybe it is just me, but like I don't know.
Maybe it's just like I
don't know.
Learning curve.
It feels a little something's off with some of her jumping. I will say that. But
I agree.
Small gripe. Other than that, the weaponry's great. I love attacking the robot dinosaurs. There's some new ways of fighting with melee attacks.
The story's good.
The story's great so far. All the side quests that I've done, Kayla, have been awesome. I've been wanting to do most of the side quests I've picked up or seen. I've definitely jumped into to do, and all the characters, all the acting, the writing so far, really good. Like every side character I've met, like in side quests and stuff, have been like I want to talk to them and I want to learn more about them. They're just interesting. So it's awesome. It's really impressive. I didn't expect that level with this game. Like, not that you're like, well, why didn't you? Like, of course, it's one of the PlayStation first party games and it's a sequel, but like,
AAA.
You know, they didn't have that in the first game, so I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
On top to be as good as it is with the story and the dialogue and stuff. So, anywho, I'll quit rambling now.
Well, definitely, I would say it's worth it's $70, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's worth the $70 so far.
And it absolutely is worth the $70. I tell you that.
But also probably will go on sale during holiday. But that is a long time away. But
that's too long.
Yeah. So that pretty much wraps up our discussion on that. Jerica, I would love to hear about your experience with Destiny.
Okay, Kayla. I won't go too far into it.
We've got plenty of time.
I don't want to. There's a lot of, I'm sure not everyone in the chat plays a lot of Destiny, but I will say this. So far, the Destiny, the Witch Queen, is one of my favorite expansions yet in Destiny. You can really tell Destiny, or Bungie, took some time to figure out something new to do in this season and in this expansion. There's a really interesting story in there that adds a little difference in gameplay mechanics with the enemies. The enemies have, the Hive have figured out a way to harness the light. So they are just like the Guardians, Kayla. They have supers and ghosts and stuff. So that's been really cool, fighting other light bearers that are bad. Like this is the first of its kind. But I'll go ahead and say this, like jumping into it, there's a lot to do. There's a new weapon crafting system that I'm learning about currently and sort of going through. There's a new weapon that I got, a new weapon type. I keep calling it the glaive. I think it's a glaive. I don't know the proper. I've been calling it the glaive, but it's like this big stick with the blade, and it's a gun too, and you can shoot it.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's great. I've been like customizing it because like in this expansion, you can go in and like fiddle with modifications. Normally, Kayla, in Destiny, you get a weapon drop. It has a certain statistic tied to it. You can get different rolls of weapons, and they might have a certain stat or what's the word I'm looking for? Ability tied to it. In this expansion, some weapons you can go in there and modify them and like add the specs that you want. But of course, that takes a certain bit of currency. So you can't just go in there and make the best weapon of all time. It's going to take some grinding for you to get the currency to pay for these upgrades with the weapon. So I'm learning about that. That's really cool. Started the campaign, like the big story missions with Audrey, one of the friend of the show, Joel. He's playing with us. Has been our third Guardian so far. And we're just going through and learning more about Savathun and what she's up to. One cool thing they added in the campaign story, like the main story missions, is that from the get-go, you get to choose to play it as like regular or you play on legendary.
Ooh, okay.
And if you know me and Audrey, we love a good Grandmaster, legendary, heroic, whatever the hardest setting is, we play on it when it comes to Destiny, or we want to play on it. So we're playing the whole campaign on legendary, and it is kicking our butts. It's not like too bad though. Like I say, kicking our butts. We've been in more difficult situations with Destiny. Okay. So it's not that bad. It's hard. Okay. You'll die a few times, but I promise, like you can get through it. So yeah, we're playing the whole thing on legendary, which that's brand new. For Destiny, you haven't been able to do that in the past, and I could say this, like compared to other expansions, the story is usually like really easy, and it's just you're just there to listen into the story. But this has like been a really fun challenge, and you get double the rewards and double the loot when you do it on legendary. So that's another reason to play it on the harder setting.
Cool.
But yeah, so I'm just grinding out, getting my Guardian back up to where she needs to be eventually, so she could do tougher things like strikes and raids. The raid, I think, comes out this weekend, if I'm not mistaken, or gets put out on, is that March 5th? Is that this weekend? Or is
I think so. No, that's a week after. That's the following week, I think.
Okay, the following week. Yeah.
The Penguin said, getting ready to play. Sorry.
Huh?
I was saying, I think we're broken up a little bit.
We did. We broke up. So I don't know what you just said at all.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think we're back now. Okay, that was a little weird.
Yeah, we backed out. Yeah, you broke up. You just went, Okay.
So in the chat we have the Penguin, which if you don't follow him, you should go follow him on Twitch. Getting ready to play Witch Queen for the first time now. Do you have any advice, Jerica?
find some friends playing Legendary, if it's your first time playing Destiny at all, hit me up. We're always looking for other people that need some help. But I love if you're hopping back in. Normally when I play Destiny, I take a few. I wouldn't be playing right now. The expansion is what gets me back into it, and I think that's a lot for a lot of Destiny players. That's absolutely normal. That's how I used to be. This is the first year I've actually played it year round up into an expansion, so that's been exciting. But this is the best time to get back into Destiny. There's so much don't let it overwhelm you. It always tries to do that, and it almost gets me every time. But don't let it overwhelm you. Take one step at a time, and just wear the highest level gear that you can find, even though it's an ugly blue thing. Destiny players know what that means. I will say this, and I did take a picture. Kayla, okay. Side note. There's shaders in the world of Destiny, okay?
Okay.
Shaders that you can apply to your armor to change the color. And you know I love flare.
You do love flare,
right?
Yes.
I do love flare. So with this recent update, apparently there's a shader that's been out for a while. So because once you have a shader, it's just in your collection. I can go back and change it to that shader color anytime.
Yeah.
But there is a shader that someone has discovered that has been broken. Something happened to it, and it doesn't look like what it's supposed to. And most shaders look really normal, like just one tone, like a blue, a black, nothing. There's no shapes or it's always like a color, a calm color, for the most part. So I have a picture of the shader on my character because, of course, I had that shader that apparently got broke, and it's the wildest looking thing I've ever seen in my life. So I'm gonna switch over to that real quick so everybody can see. Well, I forgot our mics aren't on here. Hold on. I forgot our mics aren't on here, so let me add the picture like I did earlier with the other thing.
That's okay. It's a little delayed for us, so I might not be able to... Or delayed for the chat.
Oh, they'll see it. They'll see the mess up. But here's my character, Kayla. You can't see it.
Not yet.
I forget you can't see it, so I'm going to wait till it shows up so you can see it.
Yeah, because I'm watching us live.
I want to make it big so everybody can see it.
Hold on just a minute. It's coming. Just a moment.
Yep. There it is.
Okay, I still don't see it. What happened? Oh, yeah. Because you posted this on Twitter, too. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
This is the shader. God, I've already forgotten the name of it. But it's not supposed to look like this at all. It's like actually a blue shader. It's not pink. And it definitely does.
That's really weird.
There's never been a shader with little shapes on it like this. It's always just like a solid, like it would just be pink. But it wouldn't just be this like blue circle on there too. But it's ugly and phenomenal because there's never been a shader like it. So I'm begging Bungie to not to
just leave it. 'Cause that's your style.
I love pink and teal. I don't know about the rings. I guess I like Sonic the Hedgehog's. That's sort of cool.
Them rings.
But regardless, yeah, the shader's pretty funny.
Yeah, I like it. That's weird that it's like a bug.
Yeah, it's never looked like that. It's like black and blue.
I have a question, a logistical question. So for example, if you're me and I haven't picked up Destiny in so long, and I were to pick up, could I play Witch Queen or do I have to pay extra for Witch Queen expansion?
Yeah, you have to buy Witch Queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
About how much is it?
There might be some kind of perks out there to like try it or something, but I don't think there is. I think you have to buy it. I think it's $60, I think.
Okay.
You're buying a game experience. It's like playing a
new game. Yeah.
It's like a Call of Duty when it comes out every year.
Okay.
Like you get enough content to justify it.
Okay.
Let me look up.
Was just curious for those like who maybe haven't bought an expansion with Destiny yet, like kind of what that looks like.
I bought the deluxe thing. I spent $100 on the deluxe, but it includes like the season pass, which from Apex.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to pay for anything this year. Like I get all the stuff. So
that's worth it. You get all the expansions and all in the season pass and stuff. Yeah. That's cool.
But the Witch Queen by itself, just the Witch Queen expansion is $40. So I take that back. It's just $40. So Oh, and the $99 one I got also included the Bungie 30th anniversary bundle stuff, so that happened already. But there's extra stuff for the 30th anniversary.
Cool.
Definitely worth the bucks if you're wanting to get back into Destiny. You definitely have to get into Witch Queen. It's the hottest stuff, obviously.
It's hot off the press.
Yeah, it's great. There's so much cool stuff in there. Oh my god, I can't wait to keep playing.
Yeah, for sure. Are you gonna stream any of it?
I wanted to, but like the past 2 days I've been playing so hard, I just didn't. I wouldn't talk to the camera. I just was staring at it, and I looked a little lost. My dog was also sick last night, so we didn't get a lot of sleep. And I even got up early so I could start playing games.
Mm-hmm. I did too. We were texting, I think.
The past 3 mornings, the first morning I was off. I took my video game vacation. I got up at like 6:30 in the morning so I could start playing Horizon.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to get up early and play games and have some coffee.
Yeah. So, that's what I did too this morning.
I don't stay up late. I don't stay up too late.
So you just get up early.
I'm the grandma gamer, you know?
The grandma gamer?
Grandma gamer getting up at 5:30 in the morning with their cup of coffee and her video games.
Yeah, that's early. I got up at probably like 7 and 8, I think, and started playing.
That's early. It's early enough.
It's early for me, especially since I stay up late too. But yeah, definitely let us know if you have any questions. Our spoiler chat will be coming as soon as we both finish it. I feel like it's achievable for me. I'm not a big like finisher of games if they're long, so I'm gonna have to invest some time. Especially since like I've been playing a lot more on my PC lately, and I have to play on my PlayStation. So that's also cool. I'm also gonna be trying to stream some stuff on my own sometime soon. I might do a test stream tonight, so we'll see if you guys see us go live again. That'll be me attempting. Please no judgment because I'm new, okay? I'm new by myself. So we'll see how it goes.
We'll do this. We will do this. Let's beat Horizon first, like between me and you. Like obviously I have Destiny, so I will not be like going through Horizon as fast as I really want to, but that's fine. I need to take my time with it anyways. Let's do this. Let's beat Horizon, and then the next thing I want you to do, and I would love to join you on this adventure, is I want you to play Mass Effect.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I downloaded it. Yes. I want to do it with you though, because I think that'll be really fun.
I want to watch you play. Like I think it'd be super. I watched Audrey play most of it too, and it's so much fun to watch someone play it for the first time. Yeah, and see what choices you make. Which one do you fall in love with? Ooh. Maybe it could be multiple people.
We love a polyamorous queen.
You know, on the ship, the Normandy, Shepard can be that.
Anything can happen. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because that was fun when we did it with Resident Evil too. That was really fun.
It was. That was fun.
Because basically what we did, if you guys weren't around for that, is like I played it, but we did it live, and Jerica and me were both on the screen and just talking, and it was fun. Yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely. I've never played a Mass Effect game before, and it's one of Jerica's favorite franchises of all time.
It's great. They're working on a new one. They're working on a new one as we speak.
So that'll be cool. I may play like a couple games. Like I might hop on Apex, and if I might be on live later. I don't know. We'll see if I can get it to work. But thank you guys so much for watching. I don't really have anything else. Do you, Jerica?
No, I'm ready to get back to playing some more Destiny.
Ooh, all right.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okie-dokie. Well, thank you guys so much if you're watching us live and if you're listening to us after the fact. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.
See y'all next time.
Bye. Bye.